Step into a winter wonderland with me, where the snowflakes dance and temperatures drop, but our garden dreams don't hibernate. While the outside world is wrapped in a blanket of snow and icy winds, we, dedicated gardeners, are about to embark on a journey that defies the winter blues. Imagine adding strokes of color to your winter canvas, blossoms daring to bloom even in the hush of snowfall. Today, I invite you to join me on an enchanting exploration of nature's resilience, a showcase of stunning flowers that not only survive, but thrive in the frosty embrace of late fall through early spring. It's a tale of floral bravery, where petals become poetry in the midst of snowflakes. Let's uncover the secret garden of winter blooms, turning the chilly season into a spectacle of nature's artistry. Welcome to a world where gardens bloom in defiance of winter's chill. An exploration that will inspire and elevate your winter landscape to new heights. Snowdrops bloom in January and February, and they're often considered the first sign of spring, boldly pushing through the snow to bloom in late winter. Their delicate nodding white flowers with green markings create a magical scene in the winter garden. They thrive in well-drained soil and partial shade. Pansies bloom from the fall through the spring. Pansies are among a few annuals that bloom in winter, bringing cheerful faces to the frosty landscape. They're available in a variety of colors, including purple, yellow, and white. Pansies add a pop of color to garden containers and beds. They prefer full sun to partial shade. Hellebores bloom from the winter through the early spring. They're known as the Christmas rose or the Lenten rose because depending on the variety that you buy, they may bloom at Christmas or they can bloom during Lent. Their cup-shaped flowers in shades of pink, white, purple, and green nod gracefully, adding an elegant touch to the winter garden. They also prefer shade and well-drained soil. Mahonia blooms from winter through early spring. Mahonia, or Oregon grape, offers more than just winter blooms. It produces edible berries and features spiky foliage for year-round interest. It has fragrant yellow flowers that bloom in clusters atop spiky foliage, followed by the clusters of small purple berries. Mahonia is currently blooming in my area, and I have to say it really is a showstopper. When you're driving down the street and you see these spikes of yellow flowers, I have to stop and look and hope that I don't rear-end anybody in front of me. Daphne blooms in the winter to the early spring. Daphne, or winter daphne, adds a fragrance to the winter garden, proving that winter blooms can appeal to multiple senses. Clusters of pink or white flowers bloom in late winter or early spring, depending on the variety, infusing the garden with a delightful scent. Daphne prefers well-drained soil and partial shade. Camellias are one of my favorites. They bloom from winter through early spring, depending on the variety. Camellias are often referred to as the rose of winter, and they are renowned for their exquisite blooms. They come in early, mid-season, and late blooming varieties, which can be planted together to create a stunning display throughout the winter and the early spring. They have large, waxy flowers in various colors. Camellias also thrive in well-drained soil and partial shade. Primroses bloom in late winter to early spring, and they have a bold and vivid color all of their own. Seriously, when you look at these beautiful flowers, sometimes their color is so rich that they almost look fake. They're perennials in zones 3 through 9, and they prefer well-drained soil and partial shade. Last but not least, we have crocus. They bloom in late winter to early spring, usually February to March, and they are the heralds of spring, often poking through the snow with their vibrant blooms. Now, I wasn't going to include crocus in this video because I feel like everybody already knows about them, but just in case you're a new gardener, I decided to place them here. As we explored the diverse palette of winter blooming flowers, did you notice a common preference? Yes, partial shade. Imagine the magic that can unfold by mass planting these resilient beauties in a shaded area of your yard. This strategic placement can create a stunning winter garden, transforming a space where your sun-loving spring and summer flowers might not thrive. Consider interplanting these winter blooms with other shade-loving companions like columbine, hostas, and big-leaf hydrangeas. This thoughtful combination ensures a year-round color and interest, providing a dynamic landscape even in the quieter months of winter. The contrasting foliage, textures, and bloom times will contribute to a garden that evolves gracefully throughout the seasons. Embrace the art of layering with these plants and witness your garden becoming a canvas of nature's beauty from the late fall and early winter all the way to the refreshing days of early spring. Happy gardening! Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day!